Stars and the Chicago Bears. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Blue, blue.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, let's go.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, 18, 18, 18. Gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Let's go, let's go. Blue, blue, blue.
Stage situation. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gotta go, gotta go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Gotta go, gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
On 1st and 10, Warren. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Reds up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Reds up.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his zone 11.
Reds up. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Reds up. Gotta go. Blue.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Leonard Fournette. And, he spins past him and into space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's a give to Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Warren. That is caught inside the 5. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
18. Hey, 18. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Jack. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Fournette fighting through and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into big.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now for the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gotta go. 18.
On 2nd down, Trubisky flushed out right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Come on, gotta go.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky being chased out left. Now he's going to... Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Two minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They come up at an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Hey, gotta go.
They get it to him running left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, couldn't they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Go wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Warren. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, Warren. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Warren. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
From the gun, Warren. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, It almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Lock in. Ran's up.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, Warren. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ran's up. Ran's up.
Now Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler able to drop him for a loss of 4. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
3 down. Hey, gotta go. Ran's up.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big gain of 39 on third. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Eluding the press, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie as the Jags come up 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit!
Throwing on first down. Warren. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Warren. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Fournette, a first down carry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Warren. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 44 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Gotta go.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Parkey with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. He spins free. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's got some space here. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ransom! 198! Ransom!
Gotta go!
Now it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Hey. Reds up. We're go. Let's go. Blue. Gotta go. Hey, watch the edge.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a handoff looking right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, Warren letting one go deep for the end. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Red, up. Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Hot!
To throw on 2nd down. Warren trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And Gabriel's got him. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Parkey adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
No. Check. Patriot. Hey, check
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Draw here on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jags, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland